we go!
Hey guys, welcome to the Steam Next. God damn it!
Here we are again.
Yep. The Steam Fighting Game Fest.
Yeah.
Developer Q&A Part 2. I am once again Logan Jensen. I am the head of marketing and PR here at Circean Studios, makers of Kansai Fighter.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm Shane Helms. I'm the director.
And I'm Sean. I do like programming stuff.
Yeah.
And then we have a special guest who's not on camera. I mean, you can kind of see her. There we go. But would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Ellen, and I'm like a support person.
I guess.
I've helped with the tutorials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been on the Gundam streams.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
other streams you've been on, but it's been a while.
Indeed.
Yep. So Ellen is joining us today to just join in the conversation. She hasn't been on the stream in a bit, so I thought it would be fun to have her join. But
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
like the facilitator of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, for those of you who have joined our Discord, and if you didn't know there's a Discord,
There is one.
there is one. And you can find that either by, if you're in Steam, just scroll down for like 2 clicks. And the Discord link's right there. If you go to any of our socials, Kansai Fighter on Twitter, on Facebook, you'll be able to find a link to join our Discord there.
Mhm.
But yeah, so she's in the Discord a lot, kind of talking with the community as
I
well.
try to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So post a lot of memes and just have a lot of fun in there. So
Yep.
we'd love for you to join if you haven't already. But we're here to talk, continue to do our Q&A session for Steam's Fighting Games Fest.
Yep.
And we'll be hopping into the game here soon to just kind of, play and all that. But, if you were here during our last stream, which if you weren't, you can find this stream and all the other streams of Kansai Fighter Live on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
By just searching Kansai Fighter.
Yep.
And, or no, sorry,
Or
Circean
Circean.
Studios.
Well,
Yes.
either
Yeah.
either or.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we did have one little hiccup during the stream in regards to a build, but we actually posted an update
Mhm.
that less than 24 hours after that.
Yep.
And it was just an issue with doing friend invites. So
Yeah.
we got that fixed and all that, and so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's good to have that.
Yeah.
But all right, well, let's see. There was something else that I was going to mention. There is going to be another Kansai Fighter Live. I know that this is kind of more one of the special episodes for a Steam event, but episode 41, which is going to be our kind of events recap over the last 2 events that we've done with NakaCon and Midwest Fest. So we'll have we'll have a little bit we'll have a quick recap of the tournament that we had at Midwest Fest, which was really cool.
Mhm.
And then we'll just kind of talk about the 2 events as a whole. As far as events that we'll be at here in the future, the next one that we will be at is going to be Kansas City's Anime Con,
Mhm.
Planet
And
Anime.
KC.
Sorry.
Yep.
And so we will be there in October. So we
Yeah.
look forward to seeing you there. If
It's their second one, so I'm
Yeah.
curious
Yeah.
how this one will
Year
look.
2. Year
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
I know that they have a lot of the Hazel Hotel thingy.
Has been hotel.
Has been.
Yeah.
hotel.
Hazel
Yeah.
Hotel.
I don't
Get with
watch
the
it.
times.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Even though I feel bad because one of our voice actresses
Right.
did. Well, at least not the Netflix one, but the
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
But anyways, so they're having a bunch of people from that. Like almost all of the voice cast from
It
that.
would be interesting if Elsie just happened
Showed
to
up.
be
Yeah,
there.
yeah. That'd
And
be
we were
great.
like, hey.
This is what we look like.
Yeah.
The and then a bunch of like there's Naruto. And
Mhm.
Well, of course.
that, but
Yeah.
I mean, they usually always
They have a good guest lineup typically.
Yeah.
They did last year. so
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
pretty
Last year they had
impressive.
all the Spider-Mans
Mm-hmm.
of the games.
Do we
That's
know?
right.
Do we know if there's gonna be? Is there a spoiler of maybe having another horror panel there?
I have submitted the application.
Okay.
I don't think I've gotten anything back yet.
Sure.
but
It's
based
still a little
upon-
early, but
Yeah,
yeah.
based upon the response I got last year, I
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
assume I
Yeah. I mean,
would be approved.
look at
for-
Naka. That was
Right, yeah.
massive.
Yeah.
She did a talk,
Yeah.
horror anime talk.
Horror anime panel.
Yep.
I think Logan mentioned it in your NakaCon recap.
Yeah.
You showed pictures of the crowd, which was wild.
It was
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
Still have a video of that if you ever want to post it somewhere.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump in into some
Sure.
gameplay.
Grab the controller.
You doing ASMR?
Yeah, you're whispering into the mic. Mouth noises.
Yeah.
We could always expense one of those
We're
microphones.
gonna do the whole. We're gonna do the whole stream.
Yep.
As
Yeah, I was gonna
whispers.
say the
It
next.
it
Cosplay
reminds
Fighter
me.
Live
I
should be-
still like the stream I did for Sea of Thieves a
Mhm.
while ago, where I pre-recorded a whole bunch of gameplay, and then I realized after I did it, because I had a pretty cool set of stuff that happened on stream. None of the audio got captured.
Uh-huh.
So I actually took the time to watch back through like all 3 hours of it, and I made sound
Yep.
effects for the entire thing.
Sitting there with a bunch
And
of
then
Foley
I
objects.
streamed that video and reacted to it live.
Nice.
It was something. Yeah, I still like the clip when I did the mermaids,
Mm.
because like, or yeah, no, that's what it was. My mic still captured, but the game
Oh.
audio didn't.
So yeah.
So I went back in, I watched it live, and made the sound effects live on screen,
Nice.
reacting to the video. I still have that on my channel.
You were
It's
the
pretty
mermaid
good.
just going.
Yeah. Yep. It's like I was like doing that, and then like past me was like, "Wait a minute, what's that sound?" or something. So it's just because I took the time to go through and timestamp it, so
Yeah.
I had like a schedule
Wow.
of sound effects to go through. It was a
What
pretty.
you
good
should have done
stream.
is have like a picture-in-picture of you like doing the sound effects.
No, I did.
Okay,
I
good.
was streaming myself performing the sound
Doing
effects
the
to the
Foley
stream.
for the
Nice.
stream.
It was something. But all right, we're gonna hop into an arcade stack, and I will go hard again here. We'll see how this goes. Logan, let's say we got some new folks joining us who have
Ooh.
never seen this before. I'll try Kyoki actually. I always start with Asami, but
I
what?
thought everybody in the world has already
Yeah,
heard about
yeah.
our game.
What the heck is this game all about?
So this game is about aliens.
Nope.
Not quite.
The Kansei Fighter is a 90s inspired hand-drawn animated fighting game featuring 10 playable characters. We're currently in early access. We have 8 that are playable. You kind of take the story takes place as our lead protagonist Ayumu gets into a coma, and while he's attempting to kind of figure out how that happened and all of this is going on in his mind, and each one of these characters represent a little bit of Ayumu's personality. So on the screen, we are looking at 2 characters that represent Ayumu. One represents courage and bravery, and the other one represents kind of joyfulness and glee. And I'm gonna let you take a guess as to which one of those are which ones are which.
Yep.
but yeah, the game has we have the game's finished. We'll have 9 chapters, 9 story chapters.
Yep.
We
And
will,
that's what makes it so unique, is that you have a story mode.
Well, I mean,
Like a fully fledged story
there's
mode.
some other that have story, but it's like very
We-
light.
This is a
Yeah.
fully fledged story.
It's not,
Yeah.
oh, somebody has a tournament and
Exactly.
people join the tournament.
Right,
And then they fight in
yeah.
the tournament.
Sets this apart. It's
Yeah.
not just a jump in, oh, let's fight. It's a, hey, this is an entire story you can play through.
Yep.
Yep, and you know, you get to play as each one of these characters.
Yeah.
So, what's also nice is, you know, for a lot of fighting games that do have like a story mode to unlock certain things and all that, you have to play as each character and go through each of their stories. But with how
Ooh.
Yep. Close.
No, you
now you know how it was with
I
me.
gotta like warm up a little.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that was my excuse why I kept losing to Shinrao earlier.
Ready.
But so you get to play through all the characters. So as you're playing through the story, which is told in kind of like this graphic novel kind of way,
Sort of a
so-
visual novel.
Visual
style, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But you'll get to play as each character, so you kind of get to figure out which character you like, and which one you want to maybe main, and then once you figure that out, then you can jump into our tutorial mode, which again, since Ellen's here, each character will have their own individual tutorial of how to do
Yeah.
their individual moves.
Along with like general
Oh, yeah.
gameplay.
General, yeah. Even if you're new to fighting games or you are experienced,
Mhm.
there are tutorial levels for you. So you can kind of go from the very basic beginner all the way up to advanced technical stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
All right, I'm gonna switch characters.
We're not saying Kyoki's bad.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I
It's really difficult to, do
to
in
be
hard
fair,
mode.
I've actually not played as Kyoki in a while,
Mm.
significantly.
Oh,
so-
were you playing as Kyoki?
Yes, that's
Oh, I
why
thought
I'm
you were
saying
host.
Logan. I'm
Oh.
Kyoki there. I'll do my usual.
I should.
Yeah, we're used to you just doing
I
a
should.
song.
You know what I should have done? I should have actually taken that from you, and I did it.
probably because you've been playing her more.
I play more
lately.
Yeah.
Kyoki.
Yeah.
Kyoki is definitely much faster
Mhm.
than Asama. Which, I mean, Asama is decently fast, but
Yeah.
definitely not in the same.
It also just shows how good our AI is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This isn't even.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. The AI is so good.
Speaking of AI,
Yeah.
Sean, do you want to talk about our AI system?
Sure. Yeah. So the AI system's kind of interesting. It kind of takes an approach similar to things like the old school chess type AIs, where it sees what the current state of the world is, what possible moves are coming up, and it kind of simulates ahead. But it does that for like hundreds of simulations every so many milliseconds.
milliseconds.
Yeah.
50 milliseconds,
50
yeah.
milliseconds. Yeah.
Well, it finishes an iteration in about 2 milliseconds
Yeah,
on most hardware, but
depending
it,
on
it runs
situation.
at 50.
Yeah. But yeah, out of those hundreds of simulations, it does some basic math where we kind of crunch the numbers to figure out, like, okay, what are its goals? How would it rate each of these options? And it picks from a set of options. So it's pretty smart at reacting to what's happening on screen, which is really nice. You'll see it kind of like throw in some really good interrupts and like do combos, and it's nice because it's very flexible, and even anytime we have to like tweak the balance of the game, we don't have to like do a bunch of work to make sure the AI works. It just works. Yeah, the only thing left we have to do is tweak some of the values just to make it scale better from like the hardest to the easiest difficulties. But other than that, like, we've been pretty happy with the performance for a while now.
Why
I think.
Why gotta beat the old lady?
Yeah.
In her hometown.
Oh.
Yeah.
You damn whippersnapper.
Get off my lawn.
So we've talked about it gave you a super quick synopsis of what the game is. We talked a little bit about the characters, what our game has to offer in regards to It's kind of robust AI.
It's game modes.
It's game. Well, some of the game modes I've talked about. Tutorial. We talked a little bit about that. But there's still more.
Yeah.
There's still more that you are getting in this game. So the
If you
next
buy
one,
now.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we are on.
We are in early access right
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Yeah, and we have a kind of a EA discount right now as part of the event.
Yep.
So now it's a good time to hop in. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's a great segue into. It's a great idea to join the Discord.
Yeah.
That is a direct line to you.
Yep.
Yep.
People give feedback all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've gotten some good feedback
Very
from
helpful.
some of the
Your
communities.
guys' response time is immediate.
Yeah.
To, hey, we noticed this, we're fixing it, and oh, hey, it's fixed.
Yep.
Yep, we actually had an instance in which we were doing, it was kind of an interview-ish of a friend of ours, Mr. MKL, was doing a stream about our game, and I believe he was running into, I don't remember what the issue was, but it was some kind of issue, and Shane and I were in stream,
wanted the
and Shane posted an update to fix it while he was still streaming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Or we've had a lot of good edge case stuff, like
Oh my gosh, you
Some-
are not.
oh,
he can be really hard.
yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Oh, I must
We fixed some interesting little edge case things, like somebody had a custom controller that wasn't working properly when we fixed that. We had an issue with sound drivers earlier that we should be pushing a fix out for. So it's been good getting some
it's a
feedback.
great place to submit your feedback. Any things you find or have
Yep.
suggestions on, it's great. So join the Discord.
Yes.
Join, please. Yes.
Please join the Discord. We'd love to have you.
Yes.
Yep.
Really.
And like I said, we also do just a bunch of fun, memes and just fun
Yep.
chats
It's a
in
great
Discord.
community. It's starting out as a really great.
Yep.
The other thing I was going to talk about was what we haven't talked about yet in this game is the multiplayer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very
we
important.
do have our own rollback netcode multiplayer that is completely cross-playable on all of the platforms that Kansai Fighter are on, which currently it is on Steam, on PC, Mac, Linux, and this bad boy right here, the Steam Deck, and also on Android devices.
Yep.
So, Ellen and I,
You guys want an Apple?
No, not yet.
no iOS yet, but
Oh, not iOS.
We
We're
are-
on
we are
Mac
on
OS
Mac
through
Oh,
Steam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are
But
one
not
of the
iOS.
few fighting games that is actually compatible across all
Yeah.
main
And
desktop
native, too,
platforms.
for that
Natively,
platform.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're not. If you get the game on Linux or Steam Deck, you're not running it through Proton. We have a native client that is running the game,
Yep.
optimized for the system. So
Yeah, and we're hoping to get other platforms too, like iOS and hopefully someday
maybe some other
consoles.
consoles.
Yeah. It just takes a lot of work. We're getting so close to finishing the main game. We're just trying to focus on
And
that.
then
Yeah.
you can port it.
Yeah. Yeah. The engine should be able to support it. It's just
Yeah.
putting in the extra work to make sure it all functions properly.
yeah.
So
So one thing that always
no, wait. Do continue. I'm gonna show you.
Okay, well,
how-
I was gonna hand it over
Okay.
to you if you wanted to change characters.
So one thing that people mention a lot when they are first introduced to your game
Yeah.
is the art style.
yeah.
It's very unique.
Yep.
Everyone
Yep.
mentions it. So
We've won awards for it.
there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Artisan Road just said just wishlist the game on
Oh,
Steam.
thank
so
you.
you can get it soon.
Thank
Sweet,
Awesome.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so
checking us
much.
out.
Yeah, feel free to also try out the demo.
Yeah, we got
free
a
demo.
free
Is-
demo.
2 characters. One of them is Isamu here, which I'm. Oh no.
Oh,
Yep.
We're off to a great
Oh,
start.
let me show you how it's done, Shane.
She
Let me
can,
show
uh,
you.
She can be pretty tough.
Is she gonna get it perfect? Okay.
Yeah, no.
Come
Get out
on,
of there.
Logan.
Get out of the corner.
No, I can do this. I can. Nope. Anyways, so we have 2 characters. Part of the story.
Mhm.
You can actually take that.
Yeah, the first chapter is story
Uh,
mode. All the online gameplay modes are available in the demo with other people playing the demo.
Yeah.
We don't currently have interoperability with the demo and production version due to some limitations of how we have to manage like the access to the character content and stuff. But yeah, I mean, if you have a friend that wants to grab the demo, you
Yeah.
guys can grab the demo and hop in. Or
You
if
can even
wanna-
play local on the same PC.
Yep. Yeah, we support local network play, online play. You
Local
can
without
use
network.
remote play together. We have couch co-op.
Yep.
So lots of different ways to play with friends. But yeah, as Logan was mentioning, kind of circling back,
Yeah.
yes, our online play is powered by Rollback Netcode. It's actually our own implementation. We're not using GGPO or any of the other off-the-shelf solutions. Because Console Fighter is powered by our in-house engine that we've built, we've been able to integrate a more low-level support for rollback and our network protocol to provide a really solid experience. So,
Yeah. And it's nice because it's tied into like our AI support. We use
yes,
similar
exactly. That
functions
yeah,
there.
the Fourscore AI, which is what we call our AI system we
You're
were
doing
talking about
hard, right?
before.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right.
it leverages
Let me
the
show you
same.
how to do it.
It utilizes the same internal mechanisms for capturing state and simulating frames that Rollback does to run the simulations.
Yep.
with that, so. But yeah, lots of different features available, and we've had some great play testing with the community of online. But definitely, if you guys take it for a spin, let us know how your experience was, and
Yep.
if you hit any issues. We've had some pretty good tests around with people around the globe playing together, so. Definitely seems like we're getting to a pretty good release candidate for the implementation. But always room for more feedback if we happen to see
Yeah.
any issues. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we're currently in the process of adding encryption just to help
Yeah.
anti-cheat, but
Yeah, actually, why don't we take a moment to talk about that real quick? So, for those in the community who have been following us, or if you're just curious about some of the upcoming things, yeah, we've been working on an update to the network mode to add encryption of packets and compression, aid a little bit with the amount of data going across. But this is to add a little more robustness to the online gameplay, to try to prevent malicious users, hackers, or things like that.
Yeah.
So our game plan for that, we have an experimental channel that is open to the public. When you opt into a beta, you'll have that in your options. A lot of times we will communicate with the community in our Discord to let them know, hey, we're going to stage this trial build in the experimental channel for this week. Take it for a spin, let us know what you think of it, and we've gotten some great feedback. It's a good place for us to stage conceptual changes and things. But anyway,
yeah.
for a while, once we have our initial encryption patch ready, we'll be running it in that channel for an extended period of time. So
Yep.
we'll definitely need help having people put that through its paces and just make sure that gameplay's still consistent. We're not having any issues with the online functionality and that sort of thing. So
Yeah, and it's always like a cat and mouse game with cheaters, but
Yeah.
it's at least a first pass at just making
Yep.
sure that layer of the protocol is encrypted.
yep.
So we're almost there. And then I think that we're also going to mention our artist Jas Carpenter, who did a lot of our art. Jas put a lot of work into these.
Still
Yeah.
Doing a lot of work. Yeah. He would be with us, except he's also living in Japan right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, I meant to see if you could hear it.
Oh yeah.
I think
We'll have to
he
get him for another
confirmed
stream.
he was busy this time, but yeah, he might be able to guest join on some of the upcoming streams.
Yeah.
So
He was a part of one of our last developer Q&As.
Yeah, he
for,
was.
Steam Next Fest. He,
Yeah. yeah, it was Next Fest.
it was either that one or the Play Together.
I think that's a good point. Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
the point is you can see that
Yeah.
Yeah.
on our YouTube channel.
Yep. Made a video.
And he, all right,
All right.
all right.
There you
There, he only had a little bit.
Get it.
I needed to get
Chip, that last chip.
but yeah, he goes through the art process,
Mhm.
kind of why
His inspirations and
Yeah.
we selected him, because we actually went through what is it? Like not a trial, but
Trial by fire.
like a
A submission.
submission.
Yeah.
For,
Back when we started the project.
For those of you who haven't been, or if you don't follow us on social, this week I have also posted a little kind of preview of every single day. So there's still be posts the next few days over all of the characters. So if you're kind of wondering, I wonder, what's the play style of Kyoki here? What's the play style of Isamu? Every day I'm posting a little blurb on each character on what's their play style, who voiced them, and I was doing
Every day.
Come on, Logan.
Cartwheel, oh, dude.
Don't do it, Logan.
Yep.
Say, do your super.
So yeah, so if you're
Yeah.
curious, about what each of the characters, who they are, what play style they are, and you're trying to find, which one you think you would do if you're like a zoner or all-arounder kind of person.
We're just interested in the characters and see what their style is like. Speaking of trial by fires and whatnot, we also have a pretty robust voice cast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We went through that submission process. I think we had 300
That-
We
candidates.
had
That
over
seems like
300.
so long ago.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
seems like forever
That was a
ago.
fun process. Yeah.
But yeah, we have a great voice cast and even more people out of that we want to stay in touch with to potentially work with
Yeah.
in the future for sure.
And it's been
Yeah.
fun watching some of them actually like become big people in the
Big.
yeah,
Yeah,
like doing
it's
like
really incredible.
English anime and all that. Yeah, various other games.
What difficulty are you on?
Still hard.
I'm on hard, Shane, and look at
Oh,
what is that? Is that 2 of them and didn't lose?
my goodness.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
I see you're
Yeah.
wearing a double KO shirt, by the
I
way.
am.
Is that an opera? Is that potentially something that could happen in our game?
It is.
Yeah. We don't have a double KO banner yet. It's
We
on
have
our
a-
backlog.
Draw. If you,
But yeah, it'll still recognize
Yeah.
it as a draw. But yeah, there are opportunities, intentional by the way.
Yeah.
If anybody's questioning whether or not it's like not meant to work that way, absolutely not. There are specific character elements that could continue to damage after either the clock or KO counter
Yeah.
rolls,
We've
and there
definitely
is
seen it.
there's a pocket of time where you could get a double KO or get a KO if the clock runs down before
yeah.
there is one. And that's by design.
Didn't that happen in one of the
Yeah,
tournament fights?
the Midwest Fest, we had a double KO.
That was fun.
Nice.
Happened during one of the later
I wish I
events.
could.
Yeah.
That Superman move, it gets you every time. I do like how whenever he gets blocked, he turns into like a puff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He puffs.
He has his own effects.
Yeah, I recently added some of the puffy, like those
Yeah.
particle effects. Those are relatively new.
Yeah, because every time he
If he gets knocked out of a transformation move or knocked to the ground, yeah, just adds a little more visual flair to it. It was a little clippy before, but it works. So. Yeah, we definitely have more effects and polish planned down the line, and
Yeah.
obviously we're still very much dialing in the last aspects of balance and gameplay mechanics. So again, I know.
every time.
Definitely hit us up in the Discord to give us some feedback on your thoughts for the game. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we're at this point we're down to kind of like the last bits of like story, music. We have one character to finish.
Yeah.
Lots of polish.
Some more tutorials to wrap up,
Yeah.
and just there's a pretty decent list of final polish and prep. We also have a lot of plans for post-launch
Yeah.
features and updates that we'll be doing. So obviously more to come if you join us in future streams on that as well.
Yep. And we've talked about that a little bit in previous streams
Yeah.
if you ever go back. We even show off some of our internal tools just for fun. Show that giant spreadsheet from way
I
back.
know. I feel. Yeah.
Balancing spreadsheet, that was fun.
Look at a little look behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You guys play the game and you enjoy it. Meanwhile, I'm back in.
Yeah.
Look at all this game.
There is a lot.
Yep.
A lot of metrics to get the initial theoretical balance down there. Still a bit more to evaluate on that front, but we're also kind of in the phase where we're just kind of looking at general feel.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point it's gotten pretty solid.
Come on, Logan. Come on, Logan.
So yeah, another thing I always like to add too is that
Oh.
yep.
Oh,
Yep.
my God.
Finisher.
So close.
Finisher every time.
Another thing I usually like to add is the fact that we're kind of old school and that we don't have like microtransactions or ads or
Yeah.
you buy it, you have it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's a great point.
Yeah.
You guys are unaware of a lot of other games out there.
yeah.
I release a game and you pay for it, but
If-
then if you want more,
Yeah.
you get to pay
You want to unlock
more.
each character, you have to pay
Right.
for it.
That's just to us,
In
old people. That's kind of unacceptable.
Right.
You buy a game, you pay for it, you get the whole damn game.
Yeah.
So just to kind of talk about some news that was recently talked about is that apparently 83% of
Yeah.
people have purchased some kind of
DLC microtransactions.
some
Oh,
have
yeah.
spent something on microtransactions
That
Yep.
makes me sad.
last year.
Last year.
And guess what? You won't have to do that with this title.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
For the price of a couple rolls in your favorite.
Yeah.
You could just
yeah.
own the
Favorite
game.
gacha.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, right now it's the price of one of those like.
Oh, like a battle
Lux.
pass or oh.
Right now you could get two. You could. Oh, that's right. I remembered of like quoting our game in Crunchwrap. It's like, or it's like, how much is this in value? Well, it's
Oh.
about 3.5 Crunchwrap.
3.5 crunch wraps. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
How many chicken
Or
McNuggets?
You could have a really interesting night at the Taco Bell in your
Uh-huh.
bathroom, or you could play.
Hey,
some
one
fun
thing
games.
is one night of excitement.
Mhm.
The other thing
It's
is
a lifetime.
just it's a lifetime.
Yep.
You can't necessarily share the crunch wrap with your friends.
Right.
Why would you want to?
Right. Or could you
Right,
share that
that's-
crunch wrap with
that's my
someone
crunch
across
wrap.
the ocean?
Yeah, ship a crunch wrap
Yeah.
across the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only time I would ever accept anything food shipped would be In-N-Out. I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't care how long.
Would they like freeze dry it? Like, how would you do that?
It's got like green fuzz on it.
No, probably not. There's probably enough preservatives.
Right.
No In-N-Out.
I guess they're fresher than.
Drop the-
I'm thinking McDonald's.
drop the potatoes straight into that.
Yep.
Fry.
The I'm not gonna lie. I completely forgot.
Yep. Yep.
That's the problem. with-
Crunch wraps
That's the
and
that's the problem
fighting
with playing
games
is
and.
kind of get lost.
Yeah. Another
I mean,
thing.
hey, and just so you guys know, like that's a big deal because I'm a fan of Crunch Wraps.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
That's high praise.
That's high praise.
Ah,
Are you Hatan?
I am Hatan.
Okay.
I
Baton's
feel
fun.
like I am much better with Hatan with a fight stick
Oh.
Oh,
because
sure.
I remembered playing Hatan a lot at Naka.
hmm
Mhm.
Because during everybody who placed in 1 through 3 wanted to take me out,
hmm
and I did not beat the first player.
Uh-oh.
Out of birds.
Or who won first place, but well, guess what? Haha, they're back now. Oh, that
That doesn't help.
Yeah.
stop. Where did the
Ah.
water? Where does the water come
Your
from?
argument is formidable.
From the sky.
Formidable.
One of those buildings that flew by.
Yeah. And that plank is totally just built into the bird.
Yep. Yep.
Well, so there's a part that you don't see of the map that the bird actually has this house, you know, around it.
hmm
Oh, are you doing versus loop?
Yep.
Oh, sweet. So
See.
this is some of the new versus screen
Yep.
stuff. So, but
You
you
see your
didn't
shiny medals?
win.
Yep.
You gave the CPU a bronze medal.
Well, you know, at the top of this, we were talking about features within the game.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
You
So
just wanted to show it
characters-
off.
Yeah, yeah.
Characters and multiplayer and tutorial.
Yep.
And then now we can also kind of just perfectly segue into
The
our
post-match
versus mode.
versus-
and post-match.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so versus mode recently has been updated with this view. It used to be that when you played a versus match, you kind of just did a match, went back to the menu.
Yeah.
That would be for any mode. Like if you did a random match online, you'd play a match, and then both people would just get back to the menu. So you have to keep matchmaking and what have you. So now all versus modes are more of an actual session
Yeah.
with the other person that you're playing. You start a match, and it's going to begin a cycle of matches where between each one, you'll get a summary screen at the end that kind of characters have a little bit of dialogue, and then you accrue wins across each of the matches you play. The winning character will get a new trophy medal, and there's a progression system where they rank up and you accrue wins over time. And you now have the option to change your fighters or stage, do a direct rematch, or finish the session and quit. So it's a pretty big quality of life improvement. It's one of the main features in our latest updates.
That's something we always plan for.
yeah.
We
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to get the basic
Yeah.
functionality of like getting into a match, playing a match,
Exactly.
especially
yeah.
the online multiplayer stuff.
So we've been able to expand on that experience a bit to provide a little more well-rounded
Yep.
gameplay experience for Versus.
I don't know if you saw during. Oh!
Wow.
He just kicked my shin.
Yep.
It was there was a point where he grappled me to put me behind, and then I grappled him.
Nice.
Go right back over there.
Oh.
Oh. Come on.
Ah, that did not.
If you had timed it right, you would have been.
Well, you got to be careful. If you quick recover on the fall
Yeah.
from that, it's a punish on that. So you
Yeah,
actually get
I learned
double hit.
that.
Yeah.
Like when we were talking about
The tutorials, yeah.
Shane likes to go over almost everything. But I learned that yes, if you try to quick recover after that forward toss, it will slap you or something.
Main thing I was thinking is
Really painful.
if he did the burst slightly later, he wouldn't have gotten hit by the boulder.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard.
But you got him.
Yep.
And guess what? An honorable defeat is better than a dishonorable victory.
Yeah.
Is it?
And not only that, I
You.
Got
the build up. I got a medal. Yay!
Congratulations, you're now tied with the computer.
You're as good as the AI.
Oh wait, I didn't want to rematch.
Nope.
Well,
Keep
now you're
going.
doing a rematch.
Well, I mean, I guess this would be a tiebreaker.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
So this game started out as a mobile game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And still is.
Right,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
but
The
it
core-
started out as
The core concept, this was going back to when like smartphones were new.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the idea of having games on your phone was not common.
you
Well-
could do more than make
Yeah,
on
Basically.
your Nokia candy bar.
Exactly.
God, man.
but like we kind of noticed as games started to pop up on there that like, you know, the quality of the experience wasn't anything crazy, and you know, we knew like there's no reason you can't have a more full-fledged experience.
Stop
in there.
canceling that move.
And being the fighting game fans that we were, we really wanted to bring kind of that classic 90s era, you know, the Street Fighter 2 and K2 era type of gameplay experience
Like to a mobile platform.
to a
Yeah.
mobile platform. And so that's how the game got its start. It is interesting if you check out the Android edition that we've developed a pretty unique control scheme for the game that I think works really well on touch. That was really our initial focus, was how to design a tournament fighter that only used very limited touch controls to stay very responsive. A lot of games just kind of throw. That's the menu, Logan.
Yep.
Yep, but I'm more just
Oh,
like
sure.
showcasing that.
Yeah, all the
Really
features are
hard.
there.
Yep. yeah, I mean the full game's available there as well, minus one or two features. There are a few things that are currently and potentially future things that will be exclusive to the Steam edition of the game, but nothing crazy. But yeah, so, and over the years it's kind of evolved. It's like, look, we have a great new thing, tournament fighter on our hands here, and there's no reason this can't get to a bigger audience on other platforms.
Yeah.
So we've put a lot of work over the years in getting our engine up and running on multi-platform, getting better support for PC, controller support, cross-platform play, and a whole slew of stuff to the point where we are now, where, yeah, like we said on Steam, pretty much any major operating system or game system should run the game just fine.
Yep. Yeah, another thing is with the mobile edition, one of our goals was to have the buttons out of the screen, so you're not like constantly covering the screen.
What this is. Well, now you don't see.
Now
it,
you can't see
but
it.
Yeah.
Once I go back, we can kind of explain the mobile controls as well.
Yeah.
But also, perhaps with more patience, you can achieve that which you seek.
Yeah.
In old lady voice.
Yeah.
Old Lady Yoda voice.
But not only do I got a bronze, I got another bronze. But
Which
guess
is
what?
wow.
Diddle diddle, doot doot
Yep.
doot doot doot. Da-na-na-na.
So,
I know I just mixed two games.
yeah,
You did.
I know.
You did.
It's.
We're gonna-
I got the
You evolved
thought
your
process.
bronze medal into
A silver.
It's not copyrighted if it's a remix, right?
It's kind of a loose.
Yeah.
remix.
It's parody.
Tommy, Tommy.
You want me to play a
I
top?
don't care.
Okay.
Well, this will be interesting.
I just like. Tommy. He's my favorite.
Yeah. Not that it matters as much as it used to, but the game also runs on just very low end phones.
Yeah.
Our test
We've
phones were
we've
dirt cheap, but
optimized
it's been
it
great.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
So it's very efficient on a wide range of hardware.
Yeah, you don't need 4090 for this.
No. Your battery life, if playing it on
Oh,
the
yeah.
Steam Deck, should be very long.
Very good.
It doesn't consume a lot of resources.
Do you have a transatlantic flight coming up soon? And you're thinking about, well, what game should I play on my 64 gig Steam Deck? But I
Yep.
don't have a lot of storage. I don't have an SD card. Well, let me tell you about how this game, how big
Yep.
this game is, how many hours of
Yeah,
play.
as long as you've got, what, like 200 megabytes,
Yeah,
I think, right
yeah.
now, you can hold the game. Now, that's not, for most people, that probably just seems like, oh, well, there must not really be much to this game. No, actually, uncompressed, our game has gigs
Oh, yeah.
of data. The fact is, as part of our custom engine and toolchain, we've actually developed a proprietary image technology and formats to encode all of the game's graphics in that generally offers higher compression rates than standard image formats. So part of that is kind of stemming from our mobile background. We wanted to make sure that it's quick to download and,
Yeah.
and small on devices. But
Android
that,
used to have more solid limits on
yeah, but that
game size.
translates over to desktop as well.
Yep.
It doesn't take up a lot of space and it's quick to get updates. So
Not to mention, even media-wise, we have, 40 songs or so on the soundtrack?
well, the
So-
final soundtrack
Yeah.
will likely clock in around 62 tracks.
Okay, never mind.
And yeah, I mean the amount of visual assets we have is
Gold.
pretty excessive.
Mhm.
Like I said, uncompressed, we'd be talking gigs of
Yeah.
graphical data. But yeah, it's just another aspect of some of our custom tech that we put into the game to make it a better experience for everybody.
Yep.
Going back to the mobile version,
Oh,
real
yeah.
quick, only because you can see it. So
Oh,
the
yeah.
black edges that you see on the bottom left and right of your screen, that is where the that is where the controls would be if you were playing on a touch device.
Yeah.
So,
So there'd be a left-right arrow and a punch kick.
kick. Yep.
We also used different aspects to kind of mix it up. So you can swipe into the button to do a stronger version. Like swiping into an arrow would do a dash. Just so you're not covering the screen as much. And kind of just keep in those areas.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, we basically made an 8 control button with 4. 8.
More than 8.
Technically, we have a little bit more than
Yeah, because there's things like the burst / charge. There's jump,
super.
super.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a good point. We do have a fairly standard set of controls, so like minimum, we'd recommend something akin to like a Super Nintendo game. Like
Yeah.
4 face buttons, 2 shoulder buttons, and a D-pad are kind of everything you need to get the full experience. So.
And we do support full remapping if you want to do. Oh, there we
yeah,
go.
There you go. I'm showing some of the Android controls on the screen. Yep.
Right, like touch gig.
Yep.
This is going to show you what it looks like on mobile.
Yep.
So it makes it super easy to play and not take up your entire screen.
Again, efficient on battery. So
Yep.
And playable. So if Ellen
Yeah, we-
hopped on.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
it
don't
sounds
do-
like
I'm just a tutorial maker. I don't play this game.
I think a challenge has just been thrown down.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you can play this game with across
yeah,
somebody who's on playing from their mobile device, or somebody who's playing with a fight stick on their Steam Deck.
yeah.
And we do have full support for controllers on the Android edition as well.
Yep.
You can do custom control remappings within the game. Obviously, on Steam, you can use Steam's control interface to remap as well.
I will
But yeah, a lot of good quality of life features in there.
Yep.
I'm gonna try some Kenta. Actually, you know what? This only because we're playing Kenta. Why don't you explain a little bit on
Ready.
how we did our
The actual
movement
character
capture?
production.
Yeah.
So that is another interesting aspect of the game is that all of the character art in the game, we shot live reference material, much like Mortal Kombat did back in the day,
Yeah.
in front of a green screen. We've actually got some videos on the website about some in front of our green screen in the basement of our rental unit when we were getting started. But yeah, we had various folks, some of us, some of our friends, and friends of friends who helped perform motion capture for the different characters. And those references were provided to Jas to be the basis of all the moves in the game. So there's kind of a good foundation to the movement style, I think, of the characters in the game. And it was kind of an interesting aspect of the project to really tackle it in a more real-world grounded way.
Yeah.
Again,
Help
kind
us
of
figure out
harkening
the
back
moves.
to some of the process that
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
used
just all of those.
for some of the 90s era fighters that were inspired by. And the game is inspired by, I think, all fighters, like from that point to current. There's little elements of some more modern things, but we really wanted the foundation to be kind of that classic core for the game with a very unique concept and story twist and aesthetic to it.
Yep.
Did you win?
I did.
Okay. Like, am I gonna have to? Oh, hey, you finally got to
Yeah.
the gemstones. Not my gemstones.
That's just Jim stuff.
Pick up the pearl.
Yeah.
Boom. 5 wins.
Yeah.
Emerald.
Yeah.
But yeah, we so we'll be planning on future streams as well to
Yeah.
talk about. Like I said, the next one will be going over the last 2 events that we went on, or that we were part of, and then we will be doing another stream after that. I kind of wanted to give you guys more of like just the roadmap of what we have going forward in regards to.
The remaining pillars, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. So just what because for those of you who have purchased it, either now during Steam's Fighting Game Fest, or who are just or they own the early access, what what are you going to be getting with the purchase from here on out?
What's the
'Cause-
future for your purpose?
Exactly.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
So
your investment? What's the
Yeah.
future for your investment?
so we're gonna do a stream that kind of goes over all of
Yeah.
that, so you guys are definitely in the know of when our next character is gonna be, or
Mhm.
how that character or characters play.
If we have any more like test fighting or
Yeah.
test versions, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, there will be a section of stuff that's like, story that we don't want to unlock fully until
Right.
release. Or, the last character will obviously be probably for release unless we do a test
We'll,
play.
we'll probably do some test
Okay.
sessions beforehand.
But
Yeah, we'll warn people.
Yeah.
Like we may do sessions where if you don't mind some spoilers and you want to check out some of the in-game characters to give us some feedback, we'll do like a week or weekend where they'll be available. Probably collect some feedback, make some changes, put it back out there. So we'll be doing some iterations of that for sure as we get closer to release 1.0 and even beyond release.
yeah,
We'll talk a little bit about some of the features we have planned because I think there's some pretty exciting concepts that we've been kicking around. So
Yep.
And you know the best way to keep up with your guys' updates and social medias and all that stuff is to join the Discord.
oh,
Yeah.
Discord. I've heard of that.
Join the Discord. I'm gonna plug that as much as I can. Join the Discord.
yeah, it really is our hub at this point for
Yeah.
a lot of the feedback and updates on the game. So
Yep.
And we're active on it.
Yeah.
We're
Very
active on
much
it,
so.
Yes. So
We'll still
we-
keep an eye out on other things like Twitter and
Yep.
Steam
yeah,
and
but
everything.
If you want to chat us up or
yeah,
give us any feedback or anything like that, Discord is the best place to do it.
yes.
if you're on Steam, we got a link just down below.
Just
if you
down,
scroll
just-
down a little bit.
There's also
Yeah.
that wish
Just-
list if you're.
Just use
Yep.
that scroll wheel, just a couple of clicks. And it's right there. Barely any effort. At all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and
Give us a follow on the social.
Yep, give
Yep.
us a follow on Twitter. We also have our Facebook page. We also have an Instagram, So-
YouTube.
our
Yeah.
YouTube. So we have
All of the
all of the things.
We also need to.
Also linked below.
Yeah.
Yes.
We also need to do another like Gundam building stream.
Yes.
We've
Yeah.
done like occasional just for fun type
I
streams.
have,
So
I have so many. Ideas.
yeah,
Yes.
just a pile.
And you have that huge.
I
master
do.
brain.
I think
Yeah,
I
yeah.
managed to make like the legs.
Yeah, I have the two that I have now that I gotta
I think I'm
tackle
almost
someday.
done with Sandrock. I think I'm almost
Nice.
done.
Steam's Fighting Games Fest it's still going on. It goes on until I believe Monday morning
Sure.
at
10 a.m. Pacific.
10 a.m.
I believe.
Pacific
Specific.
Pacific time.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Specifically 10. I think it'd be 9:59.
Probably.
Uh,
But yes, during the remainder of the event, you can get the game for 25% off. After that point, the sale will be done. So be sure to hop in, maybe invite your
Pick up
friends.
your copy.
Yeah, while the sale lasts.
Tell
Yep.
your friends. Have them play the demo.
Yep.
Play with your friends, and then go. I love this game. I want to buy it.
Yeah, tell your friends, tell your family.
we'd love the support.
Yep.
Yeah.
But on that note, we're gonna go ahead and cut the stream here. But thank you everybody for joining.
Yes.
Again, follow us on social, join our Discord, follow us on Twitter again for the rest of the week to kind of know more about our characters. You can always go into Discord, ask us questions. We'll be happy to answer and give us feedback. Because again, the whole point is we are trying to make this game as
The
great as
best
it
it
can
can
be
be.
for our
For our
community.
players.
Yep.
So
Because
join
you
us.
guys are the ones. It's teamwork to make the dream work. You know.
Yeah, yeah. The dream is doing this full
You
time.
guys are-
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
The players help us make the game for them.
Yeah.
But on that note, thank you everybody for joining, and we will see you next time.
Sweet.
Thanks.
Thank
See
you.
you guys.